Well, good morning. I'm up here on a day off a couple weeks before Christmas. It's one of the first mornings that's felt like it was appropriate for the season. It was 19 degrees when I got up here. Walked inside the house and the house was still 56 degrees. Very nice. I started a fire. I've got an inspector from the bank on the way up here to check out the work that we've been doing. I feel confident that they'll be happy to see what we're doing with it, and we'll be able to move on to the next phase of the building. For those of you who are new to our channel, we are building a 2,500 square foot house in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. It is a hybrid of post and beam and conventional framing with SIPS panel roof and walls. We had our foundation poured 3 years ago, and we started the framing and the first interior walls 2 years ago. We have had a few days of help from family and friends, and we hired out the metal roof. But primarily, the house has been built by my wife and I in our spare time. Well, we had our inspection, that went well. I've been sitting around here waiting for it to warm up a little bit and doing a little bit of reading. In the meantime, just making sure I was in the right temperature zone for the workability of the siding. And it's cold, so you'll notice, even though there's a bunch of clutter in here, I've got all kinds of pieces of siding stuck inside the house. My reason for that is simple. It's too cold right now. You're not supposed to install the stuff when it's below 30 degrees, which they tell you to do it in an exterior temperature of 40 degrees so that the material is above 30 degrees. Well, I brought a bunch of pieces inside because it's 67 degrees in here, and I want it to absorb a little bit of heat so it warms up. I'm gonna give it about an hour, and I'm gonna come out here and cut this field. And my reason for that is the field is ugly and it annoys me. There's nothing I can do about the piles of debris we have out there right now, but right now I can get out here with the mower and I can make the place look a little bit better, and I'll be happy when I come up here because it'll look better. Well, I was able to get that field cleaned up pretty nice. Those lumps there that look like they haven't been mowed, those are debris piles. Some of them are stuff that's ready to be burned. Most of it is stuff that's got dirt in it and it's got to be separated out. That time will come. Now that I got the field cleaned up, I got to get the tractor cleaned up a little bit. Before I did this, I went to lunch so that this thing had plenty of time to cool down, because I didn't want to blow cold air across that hot radiator and have something happen here. Unfortunately, it uses so much air, you got to wait while the compressor catches up, but it does a heck of a job. This is the Radiator Genie, and it also comes with one that you can hook up to your hose. So if you wanted to use water, you can clean stuff out with that too. There have been a lot of times like this along the way where you discover that you can't do what you want to do right now because you didn't complete the task that should have already been done. So the problem I'm running into is those screws along the bottom are standing proud just a little bit, and they're gonna hold that board off of there. My goal for today has not been met. I wanted to get the lower sections underneath the windows. That's really all I was hoping to get done for today. When I showed up here, I was hoping to do more, but when I realized how cold it was and how cold the material was, and that we hadn't accounted for that, well, I made some adjustments, did some work out on the farm, did some cutting and some other stuff, and that's all I got for today. But I do have a couple of pieces that I cut. The sun's already gone down behind the mountain. I'm going back inside. I'm gonna put these pieces in the house. I'm gonna move some other pieces inside the house so that next week when we come here, they're warm. They're not 20 degrees when we get here in the morning. So we'll be able to start cutting and painting and caulking and doing everything else we need. So we've got Christmas break coming at us, which should work for us and let us get an extra day or two up here. Because that's what we're going to be doing across Christmas, is working on the house. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. Come on back and check us out again at Break Hard Orchard. We'll be here.